Boys, we got ourselves a doozy here. The latest Project Veritas release is some crazy stuff. And I gotta admit, it's really hard to go through. In this release, you got a lady saying she's gonna deliver 5,000 votes for $55,000. Now, I'm a bit of a critic on the media, be it Project Veritas or anybody else. And so I'm wondering if, when I see this lady's like, I want 55 grand, I'll deliver 5,000 votes. If what she's saying is more like, if you hire my marketing team, we likely have the capacity to swing this much in convincing people on their own through legal means. I want to say that, but the issue here is the context. You see, this lady from Project Veritas in a video the other day is basically like admitting she's doing illegal things. In the latest release, maybe she's talking about simple ballot harvesting, which is going to Democrat voters and taking their ballots to make sure they're delivered, which gives you an advantage. And my understanding, especially according to Veritas, is illegal. Maybe she's talking about actually manipulating votes, like going to people and telling them who to vote for, because we see that in a video clip from Project Veritas the other day. Now, this lady issued a statement claiming that she was actually stinging Veritas, and she knew the whole time something was up with this, so I was tricking them. And the lady in question, that's just my aunt. Which is the weirdest thing ever because she calls the lady mom. And I brought that up in the video when I covered it. So I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I know a lot of people got beef with Veritas. My understanding is Veritas has won every single lawsuit when they've been sued for defamation. I think they settled one a long time ago. And I'm not entirely sure, but I know that he's won all of the lawsuits recently, or at least so they say. I'll tell you this. Project Veritas has staked their credibility on making definitive statements. This lady, she's on camera saying, give me money, I get you votes. And then when the Veritas guy is like, 55,000, she goes, shh, you're freaking me out. Don't say it. Why? Because it's illegal. Even if it was just ballot harvesting, it's illegal. Now, apparently this lady's a ballot chaser. So she shows up to old people and she goes, you want to vote for this person. Just fill it out. Do that. Yeah, excellent. Do that. You can't do that, especially for money. The other important thing I want to mention before we read into this, it really may be the people who hired her don't know she's doing tons of illegal things. This is true. I know. Maybe a lot of people want to think there's a bunch of corrupt politicians behind her. There might be a guy who says, you do marketing. In fact, in the Veritas video, the journalist for Veritas calls her a marketing genius. Maybe these politicians are like, you can help me with marketing? Like, okay, how much to hire you for marketing? And that just means putting up flyers and posters and putting up a table and telling people and all that stuff. Maybe that's all she's doing. But this lady is on camera changing someone's vote. Now, again, she says it's my aunt. Oh, okay, maybe. She called the lady mom, which is kind of weird, I guess. I can't tell you for sure. I can tell you that she basically admits in the article the other day, she's doing illegal stuff. Look at you. Here's a quote. She said, what I do picking up those ballots when he was with me, that's illegal. I could go to jail. I'm a little apprehensive to tell anybody what I'm effing doing. You know what I'm saying? And again, once he works with me once, he's going to say, the journalist says, I guess Trump was right. She says, about doing stuff illegal? And he says, yeah, they all say he was full of S. Oh, no, he's not. It's true. She's like, I do illegal stuff, she says. And the guy's like, wow, Trump was right. It's like, you know it. So listen, I'm only saying this because, look, I'll put it this way. This story is that crazy. And I saw this and I'm like, oh, man, you better be right about this one because this is nuts. 5,000 votes. She says that could swing an election. That could swing Texas. That to me is, in fact, kind of scary that there are people doing things like this and they could swing an election. Here's the story from Project Veritas. Ballot chaser Raquel Rodriguez boasts judges, legislators in my pocket. I'm getting the Biden vote out, but I mean, I'm not going to do it for free. Some Texas Republicans secretly working for Democrats. Now I'm just trying to be rational and reasonable, okay? Maybe she's saying I'm not going to do it for free. You want to hire me for marketing, I'll do it. But again, I got to stress, she's on camera saying she does illegal stuff. At the very least, this might not be an overt operation where everything she does is buying votes or doing illegal things. But it does seem like within whatever it is she's doing, she knows she's breaking the law. Ballot chaser Rodriguez, she says, I'm against Trump. I'm with Biden. I'm with Hager. That's the truth. She says, I own State Senator Pete Flores, Pete in the pocket. Rodriguez on state rep candidate Liz Campos. You know what I told her? I respect you. You're going to owe me, okay? Texas AG Ken Paxton says Project Veritas documentary audio and video recordings cast a shadow of doubt on the integrity of the elections. James O'Keefe says if Rodriguez is truly responsible for 7,000 votes delivered in Bexar County so far, it is a stunning example of how fragile our republic has become. Veritas, so I have this point of the video pulled up. The journalist said, we understand the Biden-Hagar, 5,000 votes, $55,000 cash for you. We understand that. And she goes, check it out. Quit saying that. Yeah, we know the numbers. You're making me nervous now. So I think now he's going to show us the laws. Here we go. Check it out. Buying votes is illegal under both federal law and Texas law. Texas law 276010, barring buying votes. Federal law barring buying votes. Barring buying votes. A lot of people accuse Veritas of deceptive editing. And I will say the challenge here is I need to, it's hard to know for sure. But I tell you this. If I believe if this was not true, Veritas would not have made the statement. She's saying straight up $55,000 for 5,000 votes. As far as I can tell you, okay, fine. Warrants an investigation, right? Absolutely. There we go. Well, it appears there's going to be one. My favorite thing about this, though, is that when Veritas released the first expose where she's laughing about doing illegal stuff and she's getting all nervous, she made the classic blunder. She issued a statement. Did you not realize they had more? If they never learn, do they? Or they just, I don't know, she probably doesn't watch Veritas. So sure enough, she puts out a statement. Veritas then releases more video, making her look like a liar. Here's a story from the San Antonio Express News. You're going to love this one. Project Veritas activists release San Antonio video purporting to show voter fraud. The lady literally says she could go to jail for breaking the law. And you're like, it's purporting to show this. The lady on camera is saying she's doing it. Come on, man. A heavily edited video released Tuesday, by a conservative activist group purports to show a Republican campaign employee in San Antonio interfering as an elderly woman fills out her absentee ballot in Texas. In the video released by Project Veritas, the campaign employee also appears to discuss unlawful voter influence tactics, including assisting people at the polls. And also she talks about dropping off ballots at various post offices to move suspicion away from her. Come on, man. How much evidence do you need? The reason I was being very tepid on the ballot harvesting story is this language is less clear than this language. But with this context of her saying she does illegal stuff, this starts to become more clear. I think Veritas should have put in some of the older footage in it just so you can show that she's like, I'm doing these things. Then show her saying it and say, this is what it looks like. I love this, though. They say in September, researchers at Stanford University concluded a video the group released about U.S. Rep. Ilhan Omar was likely part of a coordinated disinformation campaign, the New York Times reported. Okay, hold on. Stanford researchers concluded? What are you talking about? These people are insane. Project Veritas published a video and they're like, we conclude it's a disinformation campaign. Why? What's your conclusion? Because the MyPillow guy tweeted Veritas was going to have a release later in the day? I kid you not. How many journalists have embargoed? It's a normal thing. It's called embargo. Journalists all the time will reach out to someone and say, here's the story. It's embargoed until 2 p.m. when we announce. And then the journalists write their story and get ready. And then at 2 p.m. hit publish. That's normal. So apparently James O'Keefe showed the Mike Lindell guy, like, check this out. We got a big video coming. And they were like, aha, he coordinated disinformation. That's the name of the game, baby. In Tuesday's video, the group did not provide details about who the woman believes she's speaking with and included only snippets of what appear to be multiple conversations. The employee is described as a consultant for Mauro Garza, the Republican. The Republican, huh? How about that? In a letter posted to the campaign employee's Facebook page Tuesday afternoon, she said the group approached her saying it represented an anonymous candidate with money looking for help in a future city council race. I immediately suspected something was wrong with the conversation. She added, I chose to continue the conversation and play along in order to discover the source and gather my own evidence that I could submit to legal authorities. You showed someone you breaking the law and then bragging about it to get them? Sorry, I don't believe it. This all lends itself to the idea that the latest release, of course, is true. And this lady is committing overtly illegal acts and selling votes. She says she could deliver 7,000 ballots. She's then on the phone with someone saying, if you want 5,000, it's 55 grand for my team to do this. And it's for Biden-Hagar votes, she says specifically. Sounds like what she's doing is overtly illegal. And now they're saying Texas is a toss-up state. 5,000 votes. That could swing a state. It could. You get some key counties that have a few thousand people. You can swing some districts. That's huge. And imagine if they gave her more. Imagine if she did it for more than just this election. Like I tell you, man, I'm willing to bet there's more people like her doing more stuff like this. And I'm glad Project Veritas has caught her in the act. Her little, I was trying to sting them, ain't gonna fly. We know what you're doing. Apparently, Project Veritas paid this lady $500 for a ride along to learn how she does it. She just wanted a quick buck. And I tell you, when you're watching these videos, it really looks like someone who does illegal things trying to pitch to a client. Like, here's what we can do. Like, here's what we're doing. You want this stuff? Almost like a drug deal. I don't think it's going to have an impact, though, unfortunately. I mean, I'm glad that Veritas is doing the work. Don't get me wrong. And they should just keep doing this stuff. But you can see how the media is already trying to push back on it. I'll leave it there. I got a couple more segments coming up in a few minutes. Stick around, and I will see you all shortly.